Wait, because turning 90 is good too. How cool is this? I love this. And not to mention the fact that it's also humid in here. So we're going to do service 3. You can start turning your books to service 3, which means we will begin on page 82. But before we begin and before anyone gets close to the candles, except me for a second, yeah, that's okay. We turn on the microphone. We're going to need that for a second. And you may know anyone here who knows me, and I think that's everybody. I'm looking around here. I think I know everybody here. This is the most stressful week of the year for me. And so today especially, more than any other days, I need a deep breath. I don't know about you, but I need a deep breath. And I'm not going to go anywhere near the candles so I don't blow the candles out. So we take a deep breath, and we let it out slowly. And we try again. And we let it out slowly. And we are ready for Shabbat. And it's a very awesome Shabbat because it's the last Shabbat of the year 5778, which was great. But things will be divine and fine in 5779. If you can think of a better motto, I could use a better motto. But so far, that's what I've got. So we are on page 82, and I invite the Kent family, you know who you are, anyone who's coming up for that, to please come up and help us bless the candles and the Kiddush on page 82. Page 82. And the tradition is we stand for this. If it's comfortable for you to stand and sit, please stand. And if it's not comfortable for you to stand, please stay seated. We like to say that's like you stand in spirit with us. Somebody's got to stand near the microphone. That's good. Page 82. Yeah, ladies, we're going to do this and divide it into groups. Page 82. Amen. So we didn't do page 82, but that was very, very, very good. So the rest of us will read page 82. Here, we're going to read page 82 with you. So you want to, over here, ready? These lights are only flickering flames, yet flames illumine our uncertain steps. Flames remind us of Sabbaths long past and of their beauty that delighted our hearts. May they inspire us to work for the great Sabbath of peace. And we'll say it in English. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You hallow us with your mitzvot and command us to kindle the Sabbath lights. And life is good. It doesn't matter what order we do it in. And now we're going to sing it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu Lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And now we're going to do it Sidney's way, which is we go to page 167, and we read the bottom line in Hebrew, and then we go to page 166, and we read that paragraph in English. So you got it. Bore puri hagafen. And then in English we say, we praise you, sovereign of the universe, freer of the fruit of the vine. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe. You call us to holiness with the mitzvah of Shabbat, the sign of your love, a reminder of your creative work and of our liberation from Egyptian bondage, our day of days. On Shabbat especially, we hearken to your call to serve you as a holy people. We praise you, O God. Holiness. L'chaim. To life. Long life. It's delicious. You get your wine after. Stay for the Oneg Shabbat afterwards, and there's really good wine for you and not just grape juice. So please be seated, but say Shabbat Shalom to someone you came in with. Shabbat Shalom to someone you did not come in with. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We continue on page 84 as we welcome the angels that accompany us on Shabbat. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The synagogue is the sanctuary of Israel. Born of our longing for the living God, it has been to Israel throughout our wanderings a visible token of the presence of God in our people's midst. Its beauty is the beauty of holiness. Steadfast it has stood as the champion of justice, mercy, and peace. Its truths are true for all people. Its love is a love for all people. Its God is the God of all people. As it has been said, my house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples. Let all the family of Israel, all who hunger for righteousness, all who seek the eternal, find God here, and here find life. Yitgadal v'yitkadash meraba, be'alma divrach yiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uvyomechon, uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala, ba'agala, uvizman kariv, v'meru, Amen. Yeheshmera b'mevarach le'alam ul'almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpahar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'halal shemeh dekudesha brichu le'elamin kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'meru. Amen. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Oh God, how can we know you? Where can we find you? You are as close to us as breathing, yet you are farther than the farthermost star. You are as mysterious as the vast solitudes of night, yet as familiar to us as the light of the sun. To Moses you said, "You cannot see my face, but I will make all my goodness pass before you." Even so does your goodness pass before us in the realm of nature and in the joys and sorrows of life. When justice burns within us like a flaming fire, when love evokes willing sacrifice from us, when to the last full measure of selfless devotion, we demonstrate our belief in the ultimate triumph of truth and righteousness, then your goodness enters our lives, and we can begin to change the world. And then you live within our hearts, and we, through righteousness, behold your presence. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch. kevod malechuto le'olam va'ed. And if you are in my bet class, or if you are so inclined, I invite you to come up and help me lead the V'ahavta. When you look at it upside down, it says no instead of on. I have to take like a double take over there. Et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'vetecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chetavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet. Would you lead in the English paragraph too, please?
You shall
Love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. Thank you and thank you and thank you. And we continue responsively. I, the Eternal One, have called you to righteousness and taken you by the hand and kept you. I have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations. We are Israel, witness to the covenant between God and God's children. This is the covenant I make with Israel. I will place my Torah in your midst and write it upon your hearts. I will be your God, and you shall be my people. We are Israel. Our Torah forbids the worship of race or nation, possessions or power. You who worship gods that cannot save you, hear the words of the Eternal One. I am God, there is none else. We are Israel. Our prophets proclaimed an exalted vision for the world. Hate evil and love what is good. Let justice well up as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed. You shall not oppress your neighbors nor rob them. You shall not stand idle while your neighbor bleeds. We are Israel, taught to beat swords into plowshares, commanded to pursue peace. Violence shall no longer be heard in your land, desolation and destruction within your borders. All your children will be taught of your God, and great shall be the peace of your children. We are Israel, O God, when we are witnesses to your love and messengers of your truth. You are my witnesses, says the Eternal One, and my servant whom I have chosen. Know me, therefore, and put your trust in me. We are Israel, O God, when we proclaim you God our Redeemer, as did our ancestors at the shores of the Red Sea. Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot Osefela, nora tehilot malechutecha, ra'u vanecha, bokeh hayam, lifnei Moshe, zelianu ve'ameru, Adonai himloch, Adonai himloch, leolam avad. V'ne'emar, and it has been said, the Eternal One delivered Jacob and redeemed us from the hand of one stronger than ourselves. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael, we praise you, O God, Redeemer of Israel. May we lie down this night in peace and rise up to life renewed. O God, spread over us your shelter of peace, of quiet and calm, and bless us with rest. And let a time come when morning will bring no word of war or famine or anguish, a time of happiness, of contentment and rest. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom, aleinu va'al kol amo Yisrael va'al Yerushalayim. We give thanks for the night and its rest and the promise of peace for all the world. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asah Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, vishameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Please rise for the tefillah, which begins on page 93. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, v'koneh hakol, v'zocher chaste avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula livnei v'nehem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. God of all generations, of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah and Leah, and Rachel, be praised. Sorry, we left out some ladies there for a second. Your wondrous creative power fills heaven and earth. God of life and death, be praised. Through us, send help to the falling, healing to the sick, freedom to the captive. Confirm your faithfulness to those who sleep in the dust. Awesome and holy God, be praised. With acts of love and truth, we hallow your name. As it is said, be holy, for I, your eternal God, am holy. God of times and seasons, be praised. Enable us, through Sabbath rest, to explore and learn and impart the meanings of your Torah. Make our hearts ready to serve you this day and all days. God who answers prayer, be praised. May we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you. In this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God. Source of life and its wonders, be praised. You are the miracle within all we behold. You are goodness, you are compassion. We give thanks to you forever. Please join me in the paragraph below the Hebrew. God of peace, of justice, and of love, be praised. Inspire us to banish forever hatred, war, and bloodshed. Help us to establish forever one human family united in peace. God of peace, bless us with peace. We take a moment now for silent prayer. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my Redeemer. At this point in our service, our hearts and our prayers turn to those who are ill or recuperating. And I'm going to turn the microphone off as I read off our list of names. If you have other names that you'd like to add to our list, I invite you to call them out. Yogi. For all these names, for the names we choose to hold in our hearts and not say out loud, we pray together. Oh God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. And we have come to add, Misheberach Avotenu ve'imotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom and protecting us in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. May they return home safely, and let us say, Amen. So, I don't know, that prayer now reminds me that we are, in the past few weeks, we've lost a few people from the army in Afghanistan, and the troubles there are increasing, and it's becoming more dangerous for our military to be there. Not to trivialize that, but a few weeks ago I was approached by an Army chaplain recruiter, and they said, so continuing our conversation about you wanting to be an Army chaplain, being a chaplain. And I didn't remember starting a conversation about being a chaplain, although I had been communicating back and forth a few times with someone, a chaplain on the base, and they were asking me if I would be able to counsel people and things like that, and I said, of course, and I reminded them that the people from base are always welcome here. And so the next thing I know, I get this message from this chaplain, and I didn't even pay attention to the fact that it was two different kinds of chaplains. One was Air Force and one was Army, and there is a difference. Or as my new brother told me, well, I'll tell you what happened. So the story was, I'm talking to this Army chaplain, and I said, I don't think that I could qualify because I have a full-time job. I was trying to be gentle here. And he said, well, if you join the National Guard, then you only had to serve 1 weekend every month and 2 weekends a year. And I'm wondering if I could do that. I'm sitting and thinking, could I do that? And then you know that I have a half-brother now who's deployed to Italy for 3 years, and he just got there. And so I communicated with him. I said, did you send this guy to talk to me? He said, oh my goodness, I would faint from joy if I had a sister who was in the Army. And I said, well, you know what? Let me think about it. I mean, I'm very proud of the service, and if there was anything I could do to help, let me see. And I read all the materials that the Army recruiter said. And so I write to my brother, and I said, well, why would I want to join the Army if there's an Air Force base right here? And he said, well, because the Army are the people who really help defend our country. The Air Force are just country club. And so I thought that was cute. And I said, well, I never liked country clubs anyway, so okay, let me look into this Army thing. And I looked into the Army thing, and I started reading the recruitment papers. And apparently, at least according to this, there's a physical exam you have to pass. And I have achieved a status in life where I couldn't do one single push-up. And so I started trying to do push-ups and going online and finding out you could start by pushing against the wall. And I can't do the ones on your knee, which I used to be able to do also because I don't have a knee that worked. So I can do a couple push-ups now, but it turns out that unless they had recruited me 10 years ago, I don't qualify. So I tell my brother, before I tell the chaplain recruiter, that I won't qualify. And he said, well, it depends on who you know. If you want, I can get you in. So maybe at our next board meeting, I'll find out what my board thinks about me leaving a weekend every month and 2 weeks out of every year. But being old is not necessarily a detriment in all situations. I may not qualify for Army chaplain status, but I am very glad to be increasing. I had a birthday this week too, Sidney. I turned 58 and a half. I had a half birthday this week. Most people say, you did what? What's a half birthday? When you're 1 and a half, it means something. When you're 58 and a half, why is it that people laugh at you? Nobody celebrates it with me, but I walked around all day feeling pretty good about myself. But what I did want to share with you is we have and I know I don't always do a Torah portion thing, but I really thought this helped today. We're going to read this again on Yom Kippur, but the opening paragraph today, I think, truly captures a lot of what the Spirit is today about being older, because we are doing a Simcha Shabbat, but also being older, and I'll do this again, and being Sidney. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that this was part of the motivation when I was reading the Torah portion to get ready, not just for Yom Kippur, but also for Torah study tomorrow. That's my commercial for tomorrow. It's the Torah portion that Shirley Eltis, of blessed memory, would always read. And I can't hear it without hearing her voice in my head anymore. And so I'm going to do just a couple lines in Hebrew, and you'll see what I mean. I can't do it. Atem nitzavim kulchem. I can't do the Eastern Texas the way she does it. But Atem nitzavim kulchem hayom. It says, y'all stand this day, all y'all. That's what it says in the Torah. At least in my translation. I don't know about your translation. In New York it said, all yous guys, but I'm just saying here it says, all y'all. It says, y'all stand this day, all of y'all, before the eternal your God, your leaders, your elders, your officials, and all of the people of Israel, the children, your women, even the stranger within your camp, from the wood chopper to the water drawer, to enter into the covenant of the eternal your God, which the eternal your God is concluding with you this day with its sanctions, in order to establish you this day as God's people, in order to be your God, as promised you and as sworn to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Make this covenant with its sanctions, not with you alone, but both with those who are standing here with us this day before the eternal our God, and with those who are not with us here this day. And for someone who I've known for 20-something, 26 years already, who has taught me about how life is good, I think that that's what this talks about, the all y'all that are standing here today and what it means to represent. Look at the people we have who came here today who represent generations in our congregational life. Generations. I'm looking at so many people here who are not just one generation of people in Shreveport, but many generations of people in Shreveport. And it's an amazing thing when we go back 5,000 years and can continue to say that we stand here, all of us stand here together. The people who are our leaders and our elders, from the children to the oldest people, all of us are together. And it's because of the generation here who are peers-ish with Sidney, that we get to stand here, that the importance of this moment of being here for Shabbat, the people who come here because they want to be blessed on Shabbat for their birthday month, the people who will be here Sunday night when we will have too many people to fit in this room, it is because of that. And I am at a loss for words about how important it is for the role models in our midst, those who are with us today, those who are not with us today. When we stood here so many years ago, it was those people and everyone in the future. But now it's those people, everyone until now, and our future. And so I can't thank you enough for being our role models and for being here and for helping us be the people who stand together. Mr. President, I'm going to call you up. So I have to tell you how many people looked up when I said Mr. President, because we have a whole lot of past presidents in the room right now, and that's a very cool thing. We have, here, do you need this?
I was thinking the same thing. I think I counted either 10 or 11 past presidents here. So
can we ask, if you're a past president, would you raise your hand? If you're a past president? I see one.
Oh gosh, I was short.
I got at least 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Everyone certainly here to see Sidney. And I want to tell a quick story. Sidney was one of the first persons that I met when I moved here in 1980. And I was working on something, and an insurance thing, and Sidney, he and I had a mutual client. And I walked over, and Sidney sat down, and he said, "Where are you from?" And I said I was from Phoenix, Arizona. And he said, I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona. I said, no kidding. And I said, where'd you live? And we talked, and he said, wait a second. He said, you're not related to Jerry Black, are you? And of course, my wife is Jerry Black, but my father was Jerry Black. And I said, well, that was my father. He said, I used to meet your father every Friday afternoon about noon for drinks. We didn't go back to work that day. So I'm glad you're here. And I'm happy to say my father is almost 97 and doing well as well. And he sends his regards, Sidney. Shabbat Shalom to all, and Mazel Tov to everyone with birthdays and anniversaries in September. A special Mazel Tov to Sidney for turning 90. And La Shana Tova Tikitevu to everybody. This Sunday, September 9th, Rosh Hashanah evening services will begin 7:30 in Lefkowitz Hall. Monday morning, Rosh Hashanah morning service will begin at 10 a.m. in the sanctuary. Children's services will begin at 12:15. There will be a Tashlik ceremony Monday, 4 p.m., the main entrance to the Glen on Flornay Lucas. We will symbolically cast our sins to the waters. You are welcome to bring your own crumbs. We can share what we have if you do not have your own. The office will be closed Monday in observance of Rosh Hashanah. The people of the book club will have the first meeting of the year, Tuesday, September 11th, 7 p.m. It's a great time to join in the discussions. Our religious school will begin Sunday, September 16th. All parents are requested to bring their children to the newly renovated classrooms, and Barbara Joseph, our new education director, joined for breakfast hosted by David Brainus and the Brotherhood. Parents will have opportunity to complete registration process and learn about all the plans for the new school year. Yom Kippur evening service will be Tuesday, September 18th, starting 7:30, also in Lefkowitz Hall. And the day of Yom Kippur will begin with services at 10 a.m. in the sanctuary. Services will continue throughout the day until the final shofar blast. After concluding service, you are welcome to partake of the Sisterhood's breakfast. The office, again, will be closed. Sunday, September 23rd, you're invited to help decorate the sukkah starting at 4:30. When the decorating is finished, we will have sushi in the sukkah and pizza in the hut. Monday, September 24th, there will be a sukkah morning service, 10 a.m. And please plan to attend the harvest dinner Friday, September 28th, following Shabbat service. And please make reservations. Donations tonight were made to B'nai Zion in honor of Sidney Kent's 90th birthday by the whole Kent family. Life is good. And also in loving memory of Donald Zadok Jr. by the Zadok family. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So at this point, I need 4 people to grab the polls, and everyone with birthdays in September to please come front and center. And half birthdays count, right? And if your anniversary is in September, please come up as well. Sorry, I almost forgot. Wait, we're a little bit tangled. I think we're a little tangled. Oh my goodness. It's like a maypole dance in here. You come over here, got it. Come on under. Author of life, our times are in your hand. We thank you for the blessing of life and for everything that enriches our lives. We turn to you now with special gratitude to share in the happiness of our friends as we mark their special birthdays and anniversaries. Be with them now and always. May they be blessed with health and happiness and with the strength to overcome sickness and sorrow. As we honor Sidney and Jerry and John and Nancy and Gary, anybody else? You're just not brave enough to get up? No. Good. Yeah, we've got a lot of people, but it's us. We're good. For the gifts that these people bring to our community, we pray that each day brings each of them an abundance of blessing. And we say together, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehecheyanu, v'kiyamanu, V'higianu lazman hazeh. Thank you. All right, so we'll have the anniversary couples come up and help me open up the ark. How's that sound? Everybody turn to page 148 as the ark is open. Mazel tov. Look, they're white. They're ready. We're kind of in this in-between stage. I didn't want to wear white yet, but they're wearing white. They look dazzling. They look magnificent. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit, shelo hasanu kegoy haratzot, v'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu koreim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. And on the facing page we'll sing V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo U'shemo echad. And when the ark is closed, you may be seated. Mazel tov, everybody. I can't. What? You need to come up? I thought you did. But you're already here. So I was going to say, well, while I wait for Sidney to come up here for a second, I was going to tell you that when we sing that song, the Bayom Hahu song, I'll never forget when Sidney made me admit that it was the farmer in the dell. Bayom Hahu. Yeah, you have to do that.
I have to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, thank you very much for being here. It means a lot to me. Yeah, pretty emotional. Anyway, I came to this country in '39. I'm very, very lucky to be here. So I've had a wonderful life. Life is good. Don't forget that. I mean it when I say it, because I believe it. And if you believe that life is good, it'll be a lot better for you. It's very easy to be down when things are bad. No matter how bad they are, life is good. Please remember that. Anyway, my family kind of surprised me. They came in a little earlier than I thought they were going to. So I thank them for being here. I cannot tell you how proud I am of my family. I've been very, very lucky. I've been married twice. My first wife passed away, the mother of my children. We were all here. And since then, I have been lucky enough to have Halasan take care of me and guide me. So I have 3 wonderful children here, Mona, Fred, and Janet, and their wonderful husbands, Howard, and wives, Melinda, and Randy. I said Melinda. And 3 of my grandchildren are here, Brett, Elise, and Jenny. And I did not expect them because I told them I did not want a big party. Even though last night here I had a tremendous party. Has anybody ever had 500 people sing happy birthday to them?
Symphony
I did
people.
last night. This symphony had a gala, and Ann Wilson, who was in charge with a lot of help, but did a tremendous job, got up and here had the symphony orchestra and the people stand up and singing me happy birthday. I was trying to leave 3 or 4 different times. It was cold in there. She said, you can't leave. So I was in and out, but anyway, I do want to thank you here. When you get to be 90, you have lost a lot of your friends. You really have. I lost my best friend this year. Anyway, Herman, thanks for coming. Appreciate it. I've known him a long time. Bernard, known Bernard a long time. Of course, I've known Donald because he's a lot older than anybody here, So appreciate that. and everyone else who's here, not just for me. I hope you came for God. So thanks for everything, and I love you.
Love you.
One more thing. We have a wonderful rabbi. I hope you never forget that. She goes out of her way for whatever you need. If she wasn't here, this congregation wouldn't exist.
Thank you, Sidney. Love you. And life is good. And the snippet that I saw of the gala I didn't go to, everybody sang to him looking like this is what I saw. And just to continue, and not to diminish anybody else's celebration from September, but I want you to look for these things as you go down the hall and partake of the amazing refreshments for Oneg Shabbat we have, because I want you to look for the one that's on the confirmation wall, because there's a young Sidney in the confirmation wall underneath his picture. And in the book, you'll find it on the wall, and you'll find other secret Sidneys around all over the place. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised as you look down the hall, and you'll see. If you need the schedule of the services, they're on the glass table underneath what I love to call clunky menorah outside. And I now, we turn to page 151, and our emotions shift as I get to bring you the sad news of the two officers in the Army who died this week protecting our freedom in Afghanistan. This week, we lost Command Sergeant Major Timothy A. Bolliard. He served in the Army. He was 42 years old from West Virginia. And we lost Staff Sergeant Giovanni S. San Agustin from the Army, who was 32 from California, which means that we've already lost 23 people in our military this year. I have what I think is kind of remarkable news, and that is, even though we were at 98 last week in our police losses, our line of duty losses, I am grateful to say that we are again at 98, that we had no police losses. We did lose more canine officers. We have 19 losses this year, and we had a firefighter losses. We have 67 losses of firefighters in our country this year, and it is a blessing that we have people who are willing to run into dangerous situations in order to protect us. May we always be grateful. May their families be consoled. We continue on page 151. And you know that the reason why I say those before I do the Yortzites is because often the recent deaths have not had funerals yet. The soldiers who we lost in Afghanistan have not been brought back yet. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. I am going to invite you to take a moment of silence, because when we get together for joyous occasions, we remember fondly those people who we've lost. And so instead of using someone else's words, we take a moment of silence. However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall loved ones whom death has taken from us, which include the congregants' parents who died within the past year. We remember Sarah David, we remember Flo Selber, and Gloria Meyer, and Richard Stewart, and Clifford Baer. And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. Those for whom we're observing Yortzites this week include Albert Clark, Morris Horn, Edward S. Klein, Carol Larricade, James M. Manheim, Goldie Morris, Louise Shaw Olive, Elmer Simon, Sam Vedlitz, Louis Weinstein Esquire, Bertha G. Wiseman, and Donald Zadek Jr. In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we rise, as together we praise your name. The Mourner's Kaddish is on 154. The translation is on 155. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shomaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. Please be seated. I am going to ask the Kent family to help me bless the challah because they're the ones who have provided this amazing repast. Anyone who wants to come on up, help me up with this. You're going to come down here. Come on. Yeah, it's challah.
This is our favorite one.
It's our favorite part.
Bethany makes
Hold on to the bottom. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Megan wants to know if it's gluten-free.
This is. It's Shabbat. Of course it's gluten-free. Just kidding. All right. Ooh, it's not going to be round until after this weekend. There's not.
1, 2, 3,
Right.
go.
How do you want to do it? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon. I hold the plate and you go grab. Everybody grabs. There's more challah for everybody else, but make sure everybody gets. Grab, grab, grab. Yeah, the big one's outside.
The pretty one's out there.
Oh, this is pretty, and it's really good. You have to take it. No, take it and share. Take it. Bring it with you. Share around. Well, it is a blessing for all of us to be here together. I wish that some more of you had like my view, so you could see the people who are here today. It is a glorious thing to see. Thank you for being here on the last Shabbat. I know that we've asked a lot of you because you got a lot of services to go to over the next few weeks, but I really appreciate you being here tonight to celebrate Sidney's birthday, anniversaries, birthdays, and Shabbat. Please rise for the closing benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. May God's face always be lifted up to you. Image of God, I'm just saying. May God's face always be lifted up to you. And may God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom.